There comes a time in life when you must protect your energy, your heart, and your peace. You are not obligated to give someone a second chance after they've broken your trust or caused you pain. It's not about bitterness or holding on to anger. It's about valuing yourself enough to set boundaries and stand firm in your self-worth. When someone shows you who they truly are, believe them the first time. Trust is fragile. Once it's broken, it's hard to repair, and it's not your job to keep putting the pieces back together when someone else keeps tearing them apart. By giving them a second chance, you may be hoping they will change, but often the same cycle repeats. In life, one of the most valuable resources you have is your energy. It fuels your body, mind, and spirit, allowing you to accomplish your goals, pursue your passions, and connect with others. However, just like any precious resource, your energy is not unlimited. It needs to be safeguarded, managed, and directed wisely. When you allow others to drain or misuse your energy, you end up feeling exhausted, unbalanced, and disconnected from yourself. Protecting your energy isn't just about avoiding physical fatigue, it's about preserving your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The people you interact with, the situations you expose yourself to, and even your own thought patterns all have a direct impact on your energy levels. And when you're constantly giving to people who don't appreciate you, engaging in situations that drain you, or allowing negative self-talk to run wild in your mind, you're depleting your most vital resource. If you don't protect your energy, you risk losing yourself in the process. Imagine your energy as a sacred space. Only those who respect and value that space should be allowed in. Too often we give our energy away freely, hoping that others will return the favor or that they will change. We believe that if we give more, they'll finally see our worth, or maybe they'll treat us better. But the truth is, if someone is taking from you without giving back, that's not going to change with more chances. It's essential to recognize when someone is continually draining your energy and learn to say no before you are completely depleted. People who don't respect your boundaries, who belittle your feelings, or who continually take without giving back are not deserving of your energy. Their presence in your life can weigh you down and pull you away from your true self. You deserve to be surrounded by people who uplift and inspire you, not those who drain and discourage you. Protecting your energy means becoming selective about who and what you allow into your life. It's not about being selfish or cold-hearted, it's about self-preservation. You need to ensure that the people around you are contributing to your well-being, not detracting from it. Learning to protect your energy often starts with recognizing the signs of depletion. When you're constantly giving to others or exposing yourself to negativity, you may start to feel overwhelmed, tired, anxious, or emotionally drained. You might notice that you don't have the enthusiasm for activities you once loved, or you may feel as though you're carrying a heavy emotional burden. These are all signals that your energy is being compromised and it's time to take action. Part of protecting your energy is learning how to set and maintain boundaries. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, but rather about ensuring that your needs, values, and well-being are respected. They are the lines you draw to protect yourself from being taken advantage of or emotionally drained. It's important to communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. People who respect you will honor those boundaries. Those who don't are showing you that they are not worthy of your energy. It's also crucial to release any guilt you may feel about protecting your energy. Society often teaches us that self-sacrifice is virtuous and that putting others before ourselves is noble. While kindness and compassion are important, sacrificing your well-being for others who don't reciprocate is not healthy. You cannot pour from an empty cup. In order to show up fully for the people who matter most in your life, you must first take care of yourself. This means learning when to say no, when to walk away from toxic relationships, and when to prioritize your own needs. In addition to setting boundaries with others, protecting your energy also involves managing your internal dialogue. The thoughts you entertain and the beliefs you hold about yourself can either energize you or drain you. This negative self-talk, self-doubt, and constant worry can deplete your energy just as much as any external situation or person. It's important to practice self-compassion and cultivate positive, empowering thoughts. By choosing to focus on what uplifts and motivates you, you create an internal environment that nurtures and protects your energy. Your time and attention are also closely linked to your energy. The more scattered your attention, the more your energy is diluted. It's essential to be mindful of where you direct your focus. Constantly checking social media, getting involved in drama, or worrying about things that are beyond your control can drain you before you even realize it. Being intentional about how you spend your time and what you give your attention to is a key part of protecting your energy. Prioritize activities that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment, and be mindful of limiting time spent on things that cause stress or negativity. Lastly, protecting your energy involves nurturing your physical well-being. This means getting enough rest, eating nourishing foods, exercising, and spending time in environments that refresh your spirit. Taking care of your body is foundational to preserving your energy. When your physical health is compromised, it becomes much harder to maintain your mental and emotional balance. By caring for your body, you are directly caring for your energy. Protecting your energy is an ongoing process of awareness, boundary setting, and self-care. It requires that you honor yourself, your needs, and your well-being above the demands of others who might take advantage of your kindness. You deserve to live a life that is filled with joy, balance, and positivity. And that starts with making the conscious decision to protect the precious energy that fuels everything you do. Trust is one of the most delicate and important elements of any relationship, whether it's with a partner, a friend, a colleague, or even yourself. It takes time, effort, and consistency to build, but only a moment to shatter. When trust is broken, the impact runs deep, leaving scars that can take a long time to heal. The fragility of trust is something we must all acknowledge, because once it's lost, rebuilding it is often one of the hardest things to do. At the core of trust is vulnerability. When you trust someone, you are allowing yourself to be open, to be seen, and to be understood. You are putting your faith in the idea that they will honor your feelings, your boundaries, and your truths. This level of vulnerability is not easy to give. And when it's betrayed, it's as if a part of you is betrayed too. That's why the wound left by broken trust is often so deep it touches the most sensitive parts of who you are. What makes trust so fragile is that it relies heavily on consistency and integrity. Every action, word, and behavior either strengthens or weakens the trust between two people. It's not built overnight, and there are no shortcuts to earning it. It's the small, everyday moments of honesty, reliability, and care that accumulate over time, forming the foundation of trust. But it only takes one significant breach, one lie, one betrayal, one broken promise for that foundation to crumble. When trust is broken, it doesn't just disappear, it shatters. And when something shatters, the pieces are never quite the same. Even if you try to put them back together, you can try to mend it, but there will always be cracks. The relationship may survive the breach, but it will never feel the same. You'll always remember the moment when the trust was broken, and it will shape how you see the other person and how you interact with them moving forward. Rebuilding trust, if it's possible at all, requires immense effort from both sides. It demands accountability, transparency, and patience. The person who broke the trust must take full responsibility for their actions without excuses or justifications. They need to demonstrate through consistent behavior that they are willing to earn back the trust they've lost. This isn't something that can happen quickly. Trust once broken is rebuilt brick by brick, and it can take a long time before it's restored. However, even with all the effort in the world, it's important to recognize that sometimes trust cannot be rebuilt. Some breaches are too deep, some betrayals too painful for trust to ever be fully restored. It's crucial to honor your own feelings in these situations and understand that it's okay to walk away from relationships where trust has been irreparably damaged. Holding on to something that's broken beyond repair only causes more hurt in the long run. It's also important to consider how broken trust affects not just the relationship, but your own sense of self. When someone betrays your trust, it can leave you questioning your own judgment. You might wonder how you didn't see it coming or why you allowed yourself to be vulnerable in the first place. This self-doubt can be just as damaging as the broken trust itself. It's essential to remember that the betrayal is not a reflection of your worth. Trusting someone and being vulnerable with them is not a weakness, it's a strength. It takes courage to trust, and when that trust is betrayed, the fault lies with the one who broke it, not with you. Even in the face of broken trust, there are lessons to be learned. While it's painful, betrayal can teach you about the importance of boundaries, self-respect, and discernment. It reminds you to pay attention to red flags and to trust your intuition. It also teaches you about forgiveness, not necessarily for the person who hurt you, but for yourself. Forgiveness is about releasing the pain so that you can move forward without being weighed down by resentment or bitterness. You don't have to trust someone again to forgive them. Forgiveness is an internal process that allows you to heal and reclaim your power. Trust is also fragile because it involves a mutual exchange. It's not something that one person can give while the other takes without reciprocating. In a healthy relationship, trust is a two-way street. Both people must be willing to be vulnerable, honest, and reliable. When that balance is disrupted, trust becomes imbalanced and the relationship begins to suffer. One person may start to feel like they're doing all the giving while the other does all the taking, which only leads to resentment and frustration. Moreover, trust is deeply connected to respect. If someone doesn't respect you, your feelings or your boundaries, they will inevitably betray your trust. Respect and trust go hand in hand. You cannot trust someone who doesn't respect who you are, and when respect is lost, trust quickly follows. In relationships where trust has been broken, it's important to ask yourself whether the person involved truly respects you and whether they are willing to do the work necessary to regain your trust. If the answer is no, then no matter how much you may want to repair the relationship, it may be better to let it go. The fragility of trust is something we must always be mindful of, not just in how we interact with others, but also in how we treat ourselves. Just as you trust others, you must also trust yourself to make the right decisions, to set healthy boundaries, and to walk away from situations that no longer serve your well-being. Trust is a gift, one that should be given carefully and only to those who are deserving of it. And when that trust is broken, it's okay to take the time and space you need to heal before deciding whether to rebuild it or to move on. In life, people will often tell you what they think you want to hear. They'll make promises, offer reassurances, and say all the right things to make you feel good in the moment. Words can be persuasive, soothing, and comforting. But as powerful as words can be, they mean very little without actions to back them up. It's easy for someone to tell you they care, that they'll change, or that they'll do better. What truly matters, however, is whether they follow through on those promises with consistent and meaningful actions. Believing actions over words is one of the most important lessons we can learn in relationships, both personal and professional. Words are fleeting. They can be manipulated and they can be used to mislead. Actions, on the other hand, reveal a person's true intentions and character. People's actions are a reflection of their priorities, values, and commitments. You can learn much more about someone by observing how they behave than by listening to what they say. When someone's actions don't align with their words, that's a red flag. It's a sign that there is a disconnect between what they want you to believe and what they are actually willing to do. This inconsistency can cause confusion, frustration, and hurt because you're left wondering which version of them is real, the one they talk about, or the one they show through their behavior. Unfortunately, many people fall into the trap of giving too much weight to words, hoping that things will change or improve, even when the actions clearly show otherwise. For example, if someone repeatedly tells you that they value your friendship but never make the effort to spend time with you, help you when you need it, or show support in meaningful ways, their actions are revealing the truth. Their words may sound sincere, but their behavior indicates that you are not a priority. Similarly, in romantic relationships, someone may say they love you and want to build a future with you, but if their actions are inconsistent, unreliable, or hurtful, then those words are empty. Love, care, and respect are shown through how a person treats you daily, not just through the things they say. People often get caught up in the hope that someone's words will eventually match their actions. We want to believe that people mean what they say, especially when the words are kind or hopeful. But when you continuously allow yourself to believe words without seeing corresponding action, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Words without action are often just a way to placate or manipulate. They can give the illusion of effort or change when, in reality, nothing is actually happening. This doesn't mean that words have no value at all. In healthy relationships, words can express feelings, intentions, and commitments. However, for those words to hold weight, they must be followed by consistent actions that reinforce what's being said. When someone tells you they care about you, they should show it by being present, listening to you and offering support when you need it. If they say they'll work on improving something, there should be visible effort toward making that improvement happen. It's the alignment of words and actions that creates trust and fosters genuine connection. To believe actions over words is to protect yourself from being misled by empty promises. It's about taking a clear, honest look at how people show up in your life and using that to guide your decisions and boundaries. This approach helps you avoid getting stuck in relationships where people say what you want to hear but never follow through. By focusing on actions, you give yourself the clarity to determine whether someone is truly committed to you or just offering lip service. It's also important to hold yourself to the same standard. Just as you should expect others to back up their words with actions, you must also ensure that your own words align with your behavior. If you make a promise, follow through. If you tell someone you care about them, show it through your actions. Living in alignment with your words and actions builds integrity and trust, both with yourself and with others. When you begin to prioritize actions over words, you'll start to notice patterns in how people behave. You'll see who is consistent and who is not. You'll recognize who shows up for you and who only makes excuses. This awareness empowers you to make better choices about who you invest your time and energy in. It also helps you set boundaries with people who repeatedly fail to follow through on their promises. Learning to believe actions over words doesn't mean you have to become cynical or mistrusting. It simply means that you're choosing to observe what people do rather than relying solely on what they say. This approach brings balance to your relationships because it allows you to see things as they are, rather than how you hope they'll be. You can still listen to people's words and acknowledge their intentions, but you'll also know that actions are the true measure of someone's reliability and commitment. When you make this shift, you'll find that your relationships become more fulfilling and less draining. You'll attract people who are genuine and consistent, and you'll distance yourself from those who offer little more than empty promises. Believing actions over words isn't about losing faith in others. It's about building a deeper, more grounded sense of trust. It's about allowing yourself to engage with people who prove their loyalty, respect, and care through their actions, creating relationships that are strong, honest, and real. Ultimately, actions speak louder than words, and they always will. The way people treat you consistently over time is a far better indicator of their true feelings than anything they could ever say. So trust what you see, not just what you hear. Actions reveal the truth, And once you start focusing on them, you'll see relationships for what they really are. Understanding and valuing your self-worth is one of the most empowering journeys you can embark on in life. Self-worth is the intrinsic value you assign to yourself, regardless of external achievements, relationships, or opinions of others. It is a reflection of how much you believe in your own abilities, talents, and potential. The journey to recognizing and nurturing this self-worth can transform not only how you view yourself, but also how you interact with the world around you. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to seek validation from outside sources, parents, teachers, friends, and society at large. We often tie our worth to grades, job titles, or how others perceive us. This dependence on external validation can create a fragile sense of self-worth. When we rely on others to define our value, we risk losing sight of our true selves and becoming overly concerned with meeting others' expectations. It's essential to break free from this cycle and learn that your worth is inherent and not contingent on anyone else's approval or success. Embracing your self-worth begins with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings about yourself. Do you often criticize yourself? Do you feel undeserving of love, success, or happiness? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward change. You can start by journaling your thoughts, paying attention to your internal dialogue, and identifying any negative beliefs you hold about yourself. This self-reflection can illuminate the areas where you need to cultivate a more positive and accepting mindset. Once you've identified negative self-perceptions, challenge them. Ask yourself if these thoughts are truly valid. Often the narratives we create about ourselves are based on past experiences, societal pressures, or comparisons to others. Reframing these thoughts is essential. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," you could replace that with, "I am doing my best." And that is enough practice affirmations that reinforce your self-worth. Statements like, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I have unique qualities that contribute to the world," can help shift your mindset over time. Another vital aspect of valuing your self-worth is setting healthy boundaries. When you understand your worth, you become more aware of what you will and won't accept in your relationships and interactions. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a way of respecting yourself and ensuring that your needs are met. It allows you to prioritize your well-being and cultivate relationships that uplift and support you. If someone consistently disrespects your boundaries, it's a clear indication that they do not value you as they should. In these situations, you have the right to step back or reassess your relationship with that person. Self-care plays a crucial role in nurturing your self-worth. When you prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, you send a powerful message to yourself that you are deserving of care and attention. This could involve engaging in activities that bring you joy, whether it's pursuing hobbies, spending time in nature, or simply taking a moment to relax. Make time for yourself without feeling guilty. Acknowledge that you deserve to enjoy life, pursue your passions, and take care of your needs. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is equally important. The people you choose to have in your life can significantly impact how you feel about yourself. Seek relationships with those who celebrate your achievements, support your growth, and remind you of your worth. Positive relationships can serve as a mirror, reflecting back the value that you may struggle to see in yourself. Conversely, distance yourself from toxic relationships that diminish your self-worth. You don't have to tolerate negativity or criticism from those who do not appreciate you for who you are. Self-worth also requires forgiveness, both of yourself and others. We all make mistakes, and holding on to past errors can weigh heavily on your self-perception. Learning to forgive yourself is crucial for growth. Understand that making mistakes is part of being human. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as opportunities for learning and development. This mindset allows you to embrace your imperfections and recognize that they do not define your worth. Moreover, valuing your self-worth involves celebrating your achievements, no matter how small. Acknowledge your progress, both in your personal and professional life. Take time to recognize the effort you put into everything you do, whether it's reaching a goal, completing a project, or simply getting through a tough day. Celebrating these milestones reinforces the idea that you are deserving of success and happiness. Another powerful tool in valuing your self-worth is to practice gratitude. Regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of your life can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This can help you cultivate a sense of appreciation for yourself and your journey. Recognizing your strengths and accomplishments fosters a deeper understanding of your worth. You may even want to keep a gratitude journal, jotting down things you appreciate about yourself and your life each day. Lastly, understand that self-worth is an ongoing journey. It requires consistent effort and self-reflection. There may be days when you feel less confident or struggle with self-doubt, and that's completely normal. The key is to remain committed to valuing yourself no matter the circumstances. Surround yourself with positivity, practice self-care, and maintain the courage to advocate for your needs and boundaries. Ultimately, valuing your self-worth is about embracing who you are at your core. It's recognizing that you are deserving of love, respect, and fulfillment simply because you exist. As you learn to appreciate and honor your worth, you'll find that your relationships, opportunities, and overall happiness will flourish. You have the power to shape your self-perception and create a life that reflects your true value. Embrace this journey and remember that you are worthy of all the good life has to offer. Letting go is a powerful act of self-love, a vital step toward healing and personal growth. It is about releasing attachments that no longer serve you, whether they are relationships, past experiences, or negative beliefs. In a world that often encourages clinging to what is familiar, the courage to let go can feel daunting. However, embracing this process can lead to profound transformation and an enhanced sense of well-being. At its core, letting go is about recognizing that you deserve better. It requires a deep understanding that holding on to unhealthy attachments can weigh you down and hinder your personal development. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a job that drains your energy, or lingering guilt from past mistakes, each of these attachments can keep you stuck in a cycle of pain and disappointment. And by choosing to let go, you are prioritizing your emotional health and making space for new opportunities and positive experiences in your life. Letting go begins with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on what you are holding on to and why. What emotions do these attachments evoke? Are they rooted in fear, shame, or insecurity? Acknowledging these feelings is the first step toward release. It can be helpful to journal about your thoughts and emotions, as writing can clarify what is truly holding you back. This practice allows you to see the patterns in your life and understand the ways in which certain attachments may be preventing you from living authentically. Once you have identified what you need to release, the next step is to confront the fears and beliefs that keep you clinging to these attachments. Fear of the unknown is a common barrier to letting go. You may worry about what will happen if you release someone or something significant from your life. However, it's essential to recognize that the discomfort of holding on to something that no longer serves you is often greater than the uncertainty of letting it go. Embrace the idea that the universe has a way of guiding you toward what you truly need, and that sometimes this requires stepping into the unknown. Practicing self-compassion is also crucial in the process of letting go. It's easy to fall into self-criticism when contemplating release, especially if you feel guilty about ending a relationship or moving on from a situation. Remind yourself that it's okay to prioritize your well-being. Self-love means recognizing that your needs and feelings are valid, and that you have the right to create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing a similar situation. Visualization can be a powerful tool for letting go. Imagine yourself releasing the burdens you carry, whether it's a heavy weight on your shoulders or a dark cloud hovering above you. Picture yourself in a lighter, more vibrant state, free from the constraints of past attachment. This mental exercise can help reinforce your commitment to letting go and make the process feel more tangible. As you visualize the release, focus on the positive outcomes that can emerge from this act of self-love: greater clarity, emotional freedom, and the ability to embrace new possibilities. Letting go can also be an act of forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean condoning the actions of others or minimizing your pain. Rather, it's about freeing yourself from the grip of resentment and anger. Holding on to grudges can poison your emotional landscape and keep you trapped in negative thought patterns. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and take a significant step toward healing. Acknowledge the hurt and the lessons learned, then consciously choose to release the emotional weight tied to those experiences. This act of forgiveness can be incredibly liberating and allow you to move forward with a lighter heart. Creating healthy boundaries is another essential aspect of letting go. Sometimes letting go means protecting yourself from people or situations that drain your energy. Establishing boundaries is a way of asserting your self-worth and ensuring that you are surrounded by positive influences. It's okay to say no to relationships or commitments that do not align with your values or contribute to your well-being. By setting clear boundaries, you empower yourself to focus on what truly matters and cultivate relationships that uplift and inspire you. As you embark on this journey of letting go, it's important to celebrate your progress. Recognize that this is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. Each small step you take toward releasing what no longer serves you is an act of self-love. Acknowledge the courage it takes to let go and the strength you possess to create a life that reflects your true self. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and honor the journey you are on. Finally, remember that letting go creates space for new opportunities to enter your life. When you release what no longer serves you, you make room for growth, joy, and new experiences. It's a way of inviting abundance into your life as you open your heart and mind to new possibilities. Embrace the excitement of what lies ahead, knowing that you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. In conclusion, letting go is an essential act of self-love that allows you to reclaim your power and create a life that resonates with true self. It involves self-awareness, compassion, and a willingness to confront the fears that keep you attached to the past. By practicing forgiveness, establishing healthy boundaries, and celebrating your progress, you can embark on a transformative journey that leads to greater fulfillment and emotional well-being. Embrace the process of letting go, knowing that it is a powerful step toward loving yourself fully and living authentically. You deserve to live a life free from the burdens of the past, filled with joy, purpose, and self-acceptance. Embracing healthier connections is essential for personal well-being and emotional growth. In our lives, relationships significantly influence our mental, emotional, and even physical health. Healthy connections can uplift, inspire, and support us, while toxic relationships can drain our energy, diminish our self-worth, and negatively impact our overall quality of life. Recognizing the importance of fostering meaningful and positive relationships can empower us to create a life filled with love, support, and fulfillment. The first step in embracing healthier connections is understanding what constitutes a healthy relationship. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and open communication. They involve individuals who support each other's growth and happiness without attempting to control or manipulate. In a healthy connection, both parties feel safe to express their thoughts and feelings, knowing that they will be heard and valued. This creates a nurturing environment where both individuals can thrive. To cultivate healthier connections, it's vital to evaluate the relationships currently in your life. Take a moment to reflect on your friendships, family dynamics, and romantic partnerships. Are these relationships supportive and enriching, or do they leave you feeling drained, anxious, or unworthy? Sometimes we cling to relationships out of habit or fear of being alone, even when they no longer serve our well-being. Identifying which relationships uplift you and which ones hold you back is crucial in your journey toward healthier connections. Once you've identified the relationships that are not beneficial, it's essential to establish boundaries. Boundaries are a vital aspect of healthy relationships. They help define where one person ends and another begins, allowing both individuals to maintain their sense of self. Setting boundaries may involve communicating your needs and limits clearly, whether that means spending less time with certain individuals or asserting that certain behaviors are unacceptable. While it may feel uncomfortable initially, establishing boundaries is an act of self-love and respect. It sends a powerful message to others that you value your well-being and will not tolerate negativity or toxicity. Another key component of embracing healthier connections is practicing effective communication. Open and honest communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It involves expressing your feelings and needs while also being willing to listen and understand the other person's perspective. When conflicts arise, approach them with a mindset of collaboration rather than confrontation. Instead of blaming or attacking, focus on expressing your feelings and seeking common ground. This approach fosters understanding and creates an environment where both parties feel safe to express their emotions without fear of judgment. In addition to effective communication, nurturing empathy within your relationships can lead to deeper connections. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. When you practice empathy, you create a space for vulnerability and connection. It allows you to see things from another's perspective and helps you respond with compassion rather than judgment. Cultivating empathy not only strengthens your relationships, but also enriches your own emotional experience as you become more attuned to the feelings of those around you. Another important aspect of healthier connections is surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you choose to spend your time with can significantly impact your mental and emotional health. Seek relationships with individuals who inspire, motivate, and uplift you. These connections should encourage you to grow and become the best version of yourself. Additionally, make an effort to distance yourself from toxic relationships that drain your energy or undermine your self-worth. While this can be challenging, remember that you deserve to be surrounded by people who support and empower you. Investing time and effort into nurturing your connections is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. Just like any meaningful endeavor, relationships require attention, care, and commitment. Make an effort to regularly check in with your loved ones, whether through phone calls, messages, or face-to-face meetings. Show appreciation for their presence in your life and express gratitude for the positive impact they have. Small gestures of kindness can go a long way in strengthening your bonds and reinforcing the importance of these connections. In addition to nurturing existing relationships, be open to forming new connections. Expanding your social circle can introduce you to diverse perspectives and experiences. Attend events, join clubs, or participate in community activities that align with your interests. So, being open to new relationships can lead to unexpected opportunities for growth and enrichment. Remember that building new connections takes time and patience, but the rewards can be immense. Moreover, prioritize self-care as you embrace healthier connections. Taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically is essential in fostering positive relationships. When you prioritize your own well-being, you are better equipped to engage positively with others. Practice self-compassion. Set aside time for activities you enjoy and seek support when needed. A healthy relationship with yourself lays the foundation for building and maintaining healthy connections with others. Lastly, remember that not every connection will be perfect, and that's okay. Healthy relationships require effort and understanding from both parties. There will be challenges, misunderstandings, and moments of conflict. What matters is how you navigate these difficulties. Approach them with a willingness to learn and grow together. Embrace the imperfections in your relationships as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. In conclusion, embracing healthier connections is an essential part of living a fulfilling and meaningful life. By evaluating your relationships, setting boundaries, practicing effective communication, nurturing empathy, and investing time in positive connections, you can create a supportive network that enriches your life. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you and remain open to forming new connections. And ultimately, prioritizing healthy relationships is an act of self-love that leads to greater happiness, fulfillment, and emotional well-being. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by love, support, and positivity. Embrace this journey and watch as your life transforms through the power of healthy connections.